Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well, taking good care of yourself, loving yourself, appreciating you, going beyond all that stress and enjoying life. So today I want to talk about a concept that may be a little bit difficult to understand, so hang in there. I want to talk about reality and our perception. So when I'm walking into a gym, there might be 30, 40 people in there. None of them notice. They don't really give me much attention because you have to realize their reality is their perception, their exercise that they're focused on right here, right now. They're not even paying me attention, or if it's a quick glance and back to what they were doing. It's like going to a concert and you can have a row of people. Somebody's focused on the musician, somebody's focused on the drummer, somebody's focused on the guitarist. One person's focused on another attendee that gets their attention. But we have to see that we're creating our own reality based on our perception. That it is a reality of one based on your perception. So even if you're in a very crowded room, your reality is still a reality of one. So it doesn't matter what people are saying to you. Why are you giving them power over your reality? Why are you letting them intrude? Because they have a different perception, different reality on how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to interact with them, and their rules and their ways of being. But why do you allow that to be your truth? That we need to stay in our power, to realize the opinions of others don't make a difference to me. And Deepak Chopra said, it's none of my business. The opinions of others are simply none of my business because we're all in a reality of one. This does not mean we are alone. In the physical realm, if you will, we are alone. That everything's a reflection back of us based on our perception. It's like you're looking at a mirror. You see yourself in the mirror, but you know that's not you. It's a reflection. You're not going to go change that mirror to change you. You're going to change your perception of you. But we have to realize, and I was really curious one time, because I know we all have our guardian angel, we all have spirit guides, we all have a team. So at the gym one time, like 20, 30 people here, I just said, show me everything that is here. Show me all these helpers. And the room got very crowded. Everyone had 2, 3 people around them. Some had more, some had just the one. But it was a very crowded space. So in our physical realms, we are alone in a sense that one perception, one reality. But when we go beyond the perception into the realm of the spirit, the astral, the ethers, then there's all these helpers, all these aids. But we don't know that world because we're so wrapped up in our own thoughts, our own judgments. What do they think of me? What's your opinion of me? Do I measure up? Let all that go. If you're not causing any harm, any damage, then just be you. Just love each other. Because we're all doing our very best and we just get caught up in this mind. But what it's saying with the spiritual realms is that we need to go beyond the mind, beyond the physical, and into our divine mind, our soul, our spirit, if you will. And there we ask for help to create this reality of our desires. And they're whispering to you all the time, giving you hints, nudges to do this, to do that, with no explanation. Then your mind comes along and said, that doesn't make sense. So you go this other way. Then 2 hours later, like, oh, that initial way was right. Let me go do that. And you're done in 5 minutes. Because we don't take a time out. We don't pause. We're too distracted by this perceived reality. But this perceived reality is just a reflection back to us. Because we are spirit. And when you get into these spiritual realms, you'll see the interconnected of all things, that there is no separation. You have billions and billions of family members, if you will, of connections. but we forget to ask for their help. Like mediums, psychics, they're going into those realms. And that's how they can see what is going on with you, your energy, and where things are going. That's how we can astral travel. That the spirit is not confined to this body. Actually, spirit is at source and here and everywhere. And this body is contained within source, within spirit. It's not like we have this body and spirit inhabits that. No, it's really to let spirit creates this body, and then the mind starts creating this perception, this separation. So you can say spirit gets to know itself, or source gets to know itself through all these various expressions where we have that sense of separation, that duality. But we need to come into this oneness and realize we're all doing our best. Their opinion of me doesn't matter. It's actually holding me back. But walk into a crowded room, very few people are paying attention to you, if anyone. Walk into Grand Central Station here in New York City. Thousands upon thousands of people. You know nothing about them. They know nothing about you. So why do they have any power over you? Their opinions, their nonsense. Because you'll run into homeless people, and they'll have all sorts of problems, and they'll be talking to themselves. They may even confront you and say something to you that you may find offensive. But they're just reflecting back. So you send them love, you wish them well. Even before they say that, if you hold that space of love, they might even approach you. And it reminded me of a story in the Bronx. Now, Bronx can be really shady here in New York City. So I don't go up there anymore, but we were in this one neighborhood, me and Lori, and I was just really in my space of just holding space of love, of peace. And she was commenting to me afterwards, did you see that shady guy walking around with that jacket sort of like casing you? Yeah, I noticed him, but I didn't give him my focus, my energy, and just holding that space of love. And she was really concerned because he was casing us. He was looking to mug us. But I was holding that space of love, because everything is love, and you're just present here in this space like a walking meditation, if you will. Then life is just interesting, if you will. It unfolds a different way. There's some certain synchronicities that happen because we are spirit creating this reality. We're not in this reality, and spirit is off in the corner witnessing the whole thing. It doesn't work that way. So we really just want to emphasize to let go of the opinions of others. Let go of your own opinion. And I talked about in the other video, let go of your judgments, your criticism. Be your own best friend. You are definitely doing your very best right here, right now, based on your level of awareness and based on your understanding of the situation. And the mind always likes to look back and say, you could have done differently. That's not true. At that point in time, that was your level of awareness and understanding. So the mind is filled with nonsense. And the mind really needs to learn to operate from our inner knowing, if you will, to carry out those instructions. Because the mind simply wants to keep you safe. It's a perception instrument. Am I safe? And they observe, they notice the surroundings. But it can give instructions to spirit, and it usually messes things up, if you will. It's that mental interference. Because spirit knows the way. There's nothing to figure out. And I talk about this quite a bit. There is nothing to figure out. You're connected to all that is. Billions of family members in the ethers. You see the connections to all beings. We're all one. So there's nothing new in the universe, if you will. There's other galaxies, other civilizations that are more advanced, less advanced. Why not tap into the streams of consciousness? You can. You have that ability. But it all begins by learning to be here. That the awakening is really the beginning of the process. You start to live your soul mission, if you will. You start to slow down and you realize, what's the most important thing I need to do in this moment? But just relax. This is your reality. This is your perception. Everyone's your mirror is coming back to you. What you put out, you receive back. So you really want to believe it before you see it. That's one of the keys to manifestation, is realizing your spirit. You need to hold that intention, hold that vibration, if you will, and allow it to come to you. But your mind will put up all sorts of barriers why you cannot have that thing. But the universe is always trying to deliver your needs, and the mind is that umbrella blocking things. And we just need to let that go. All right, well, this video is running long, but realize it's all you. Wishing you peace, lots of love, and see you inside the Vibrant Soul Society. Bye for now.